In today's video, I'm going to be teaching how I bulked up as a skinny kid.
No shortcuts, just endless sweat and pain. Every struggle is the path to gain. Thunder in my chest, drive like a train. Reaching new heights, we will sustain. Even when shadows darken the road, remember the fire that inside us glowed. Victory tastes sweeter when you know you climb the mountain, carry that. Rise and grind, the world won't wait. Every step fuels a stronger state. Push it higher, never hesitate. In this world of life, we dominate.
I used to be a very skinny kid when I was younger. Right before I started this YouTube channel, I weighed only 115 pounds. But throughout this whole YouTube channel, I have been able to gain a lot of weight as a skinny kid and put on a lot of muscle. I went from 115 pounds to 150 pounds, and now I've cut down a bit to where I'm about 140 right now. But I'm back in another bulk again, so I'll be gaining even more weight. But I wanted to teach some people, especially skinny people, how to be able to bulk as a skinny person. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about was metabolism, because the reason I was skinny for so long and why I have such a hard time putting on weight is because I have a very fast metabolism. I have to eat about 3,000 calories just to maintain my current weight. In order to gain weight, I need to eat about 3,500 calories a day. To lose weight, I have to eat less than 3,000. And so for me, it is very hard for me to put on weight because I have to eat a lot of food. And I feel like a lot of skinny people don't know how big a difference metabolism really makes. There's some people who can gain weight just by eating like 1,800 calories. Yet there are other people who can't gain, like me, who can't gain weight unless they're eating 3,000 or more calories. Now, as I get closer to being an adult, I feel like my metabolism has began to slow a bit, but when I was younger, I know I had a really hard time putting on weight while eating healthy foods, and I really began to learn that basically the best way to put on weight as a skinny person is to just start eating unhealthy, to start eating pizzas and burgers and all sorts of cakes and high-calorie snacks. And I feel like that there's a lot more stigma around it for people who, for the average person who has a hard time losing weight. You know, especially here in America, a lot of people have a hard time losing weight. And so, to most of the population, a lot of those really high-calorie foods are seen as unhealthy. But if you're someone who is really skinny and has a hard time putting on weight, those foods are a lot healthier than you might think for your body, because it is hard to get in a healthy body fat percentage without eating those things. So if you're a skinny person who is trying to gain weight or gain muscle, you have to be in a calorie surplus, which means you're eating more calories than you're burning. If you're not eating more calories than you're burning, then it's impossible for you to gain any muscle. In order to gain muscle, you must gain a little bit of fat, and that's going to happen no matter what. Now, the bigger of a calorie surplus you're in, the more fat you're going to get as well as muscle. Now, I remember in order to go from 116 pounds to 150 pounds, I was constantly eating everything I could get my hands on. Like, it didn't matter if it was sugar, cakes, pizza, burgers. It didn't matter to me. All I did was eat. And I feel like that's pretty much the only way that you can gain weight. And I don't think it's very possible to gain weight in a healthy way. Now, as a skinny person, there is another thing you can try. There are products called mass gainers that you can buy online or even in places like Walmart and Kroger, where it's very, very high in protein, but it's also very, very high in calories. And basically, these are specially made drinks for people who have a hard time putting on weight. And basically what it is it's this powder you mix in usually you want to mix it in with some milk, because milk also has calories. So you take a bunch of milk and you mix in this powder, and usually they're like chocolate or vanilla flavored. It basically makes a milkshake, and you can have these milkshakes that have like close to 2,000 calories, and they're just like a really easy, really fast way to digest all those calories so that you can start gaining weight. Although these mass gainers are pretty expensive. I would say 10 servings, you're probably spending like $30-$40 on it. Now, there is one awesome thing about having a very fast metabolism, and that's once you do finally get bulked all the way up, it will be so easy for you to lose that extra body fat and keep the muscle you already have, because you basically don't even need to change like a diet or anything. You just need to stop eating a whole lot. You just need to go back to your regular diet, and you'll start losing that fat. And as long as you're working out consistently and still consuming enough protein, you will keep the muscle on your body, but then lose all the fat as you cut down. And that's what I think the main advantage of having a very fast metabolism is. The truth is, a lot of the most successful bodybuilders in the world have very fast metabolisms and had hard times putting on weight towards the beginning of their careers. But I feel like that's what really makes the difference between those people who like have a lot of muscle and fat, who are like usually these people with very slow metabolisms who have a hard time losing weight, is they're more like a power lifter build instead of a bodybuilder build, because these people have a hard time losing the weight, where people with high metabolisms have a very easy time losing the fat and keeping the muscle. And I feel like that's the reason why the large majority of successful bodybuilders throughout history have had very fast metabolisms. And that's why I think overall it's actually an advantage to have a fast metabolism as a bodybuilder, or even just someone who's trying to get a aesthetic, good looking body or get abs. It's just overall better for you to have a fast metabolism. So if you're a skinny guy who's looking to bulk up and gain some muscle, what I would suggest is cut the idea of trying to eat super healthy and start eating all sorts of very high calorie foods, and not wasting your time on low calorie filler foods such as salads and all those sorts of things that people usually use to lose weight, because those foods will fill your stomach and make you feel fuller than you actually are, making you not want to eat as much. But the high calorie dense foods are quite the opposite, where you can eat a lot of them and you will still feel hungry, so you end up eating even more. And it's really a great way to start gaining weight. And again, if that still doesn't work, you can always get mass gainers online or at a store. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you like my content, make sure to subscribe. God bless you all, and goodbye.